Welcome to episode 2 of Viking Vlogs, and we're starting today's episode with a really important lesson for me in the future, which is never stop fucking recording. Just after I finished the recording of the first episode the other day, I had a little bit of a calamity, as you can maybe tell by the fact that there's something in particular along here that looks a lot newer than everything else. I was just about 5 minutes away from home, and what decides to happen? The chain decides to fucking snap. I actually have what's left of the chain here. So yeah, the finest, yeah. Nah, I'm grand, thanks. What a nice person. No, I'm totally fine. I'm just acting a sack. But yeah, that is what remains of my chain. A little bolt or a screw or something got into it, just about there, and blew the whole thing to absolute fucking bits. You can see it's bent and twisted and all sorts of not good. So not only did I nearly run out of petrol on my last trip, but I also managed to break the chain and cost myself an extra couple of hundred fucking quid. And I promised myself I wouldn't curse for episode 2, so that's going really well. Yeah, moral of the story, always keep filming, because you really never know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. So yeah, I'm not going to say hopefully something like that happens in this episode, but hopefully the next time something like that happens to me, I'll be filming. Anyway lads, on to episode 2. Hopefully nothing that catastrophic happens this time. Heading out to Tramore at the minute along the back roads. Said I'd show you one of the most popular seaside destinations in the southeast, and somewhere that holds a fairly fun place in my heart as well, being from Tipperary originally. Tramore was the place to be over the summer. You know, you'd spend 2 hours coming down and 2 hours going home just to build a sandcastle and have a swim in the ocean for an hour or two, you know. So it's cool that I get to live so close to somewhere that was such a big deal when I was a kid. The first vlog is going pretty well, as per my standards for it at least. I was expecting 5 or 6 people to view it, and it's definitely exceeded that. So if you watched it, thanks a million. If this is your first one, welcome, and hopefully you stick around for the next few, you know. Some of you might actually notice that I have my phone in a little holder here in front of me, and kind of brings me on to something that I want to talk about in this episode. I actually have some sort of structure for this one. It's the whole thing of, you know, being distracted while you're riding, and what distracts you and how badly it affects you. I have the phone there as a sat nav, and to help me get around. I have the phone there as the sat nav, and it's connected up to a Bluetooth headset on my helmet as well, so I can listen to music through it and get phone calls and hear the directions off Google Maps and stuff like that, you know. And I've got it a few times now already that people kind of asking, you know, why do you have that on your helmet? It's really distracting for you, and you know, your mind isn't going to be on the road if you're listening to music or talking on the phone, which, to be fair, I don't really use that much unless I'm stuck in a traffic jam or something, but I get where they're coming from with it. But kind of the thing I always say to people like that is, you know, what's the difference between me having a little bit of music playing in my helmet and someone in their Range Rover or their Mercedes having the CD player blasting, you know? It's if it's okay for them, why isn't it okay for me, kind of thing, you know? I don't have the music blaring by any means in the helmet, but it is there, you know. I'll throw it on for you here now in a second, just so you can have a little listen to it. Enough of that. Not that I'm ever going to make any money off this video anyway, but if I do, I don't want George Ezra getting half of it. But as you can hear, it's not anything obnoxiously loud, you know. I know it might seem loud maybe when the earpiece is right beside the mic in my helmet, but you know, I can still hear the wind and I can still hear the revs of the engine and the sounds of cars and stuff around me, so it's not as if I'm blocking out the outside world or anything like that. It's more so just killing the real heft of the wind noise and the squealing off the engine. It's not a Harley I'm on, you know, it's a two-stroke bike, so if you're going on a anyway decent trip at all, the sound of the engine can get a bit much for you. And I think it's unfair to kind of criticise a biker for having something like that in his helmet, you know. It's a very different thing being in a car to being on a bike. When you're in a big fancy Jeep like that one that's in front of me, you don't have to worry about the road, you don't have to worry about anything. Whereas, yeah, I might be listening to music riding around, but I'm still watching for every road marking and every pothole and piece of oil or anything at all like that that might be around me, you know. Yeah, I might have the music on, but just as part of being on a bike, you're kind of in a higher state of concentration, you know. It's always in the back of my mind anyway that anytime I sit up onto this thing could be the last time I sit up onto anything, you know. So I definitely try and keep it in my head that you might be singing along to fucking Katy Perry or whatever you're listening to, but you still need to have your head screwed on and watch what you're doing, you know. Get some petroleum, for I do not feel like pushing the bike in episode 2 when I threatened it in episode 1. I'll pull in here behind this other biker dude. Oh god. Alright lads, now that this one is all full up, I can go back to talking shite. As well as the music and the phone and all that crack, I've got a few times now, even in the last couple of days, that people kind of saying the same thing about doing the motovlogging and having the mic and stuff in the helmet. That you know, if I'm rambling a G, I'm not concentrating on the road and all that shite. But again, if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be talking to myself, or I'd be listening to tunes, or was lost in my own head, you know. It's the main benefit of a bike is that you're out on your own and That's like something out of a fucking horror movie. Gorillas in the mist. But you know, like, it's the best thing about a bike, that you're just out by yourself and oh my god, get out of the way. Single file, lads, come on. Going 5 miles an hour and thinking that you're fucking on the road. Another thing you're going to have to get used to, lads, in my vlogs or any of the Irish lads' vlogs, is that yeah, it's the middle of August and it looks like the depths of fucking winter, you know. I got onto the bike to come out and record about 20 minutes ago or so because it was gorgeous sunshine and it looked like it was going to be a lovely day, so I said I'd go out for a spin while I was at it, and you know, 10 minutes later it's absolutely miserable. I wonder if you can even see the ocean from the beach. It's one of those things that when we have good weather it's great in Ireland because we're really not used to it, but you can walk outside at 10 o'clock in t-shirts and shorts and need a raincoat and an umbrella by 11, you know, it's insane. So yeah, usually this is absolutely mobbed with people. You have people out sunbathing and swimming and surfing and all that crack, and at the minute everybody's in jackets and pants and fucking woolly hats and shit. It's mad. It was 25 degrees like 3 hours ago. We'll get off the bike. Still not used to not being on the bike and having the helmet on talking. It's a really weird thing to get used to when you're not riding along at 80 or 100 miles an hour with the mirrored visor down, you know. Oh shit, that's fucking miserable outside. That's the bike as well, actually, lads. I don't know if I actually showed it to you already. There's not too much done to it. It's still fairly stock, you know, except for I have new grips, I have new mirrors and new handlebars on it, and the guy that had it before me put these funky looking turquoisey exhaust guards on, but apart from that everything is as it is, you know. I have plans to do it up as everyone that's ever owned a bike does, but whether I'll ever get around to them or not is a different story. I did a good bit to the last bike I had before I got rid of it, and I know it's fun to do up a bike and make it your own and make it like nothing else that's on the road, you know, so. Lads, while I'm on the way back in, there's kind of 2 other things I want to talk about. I suppose first of all I kind of want to have a bit of a chat about the plans for the channel in the future and what I'd like to see happen with it and all that crack. I suppose primarily it's just something to have a bit of crack with, you know. It's as I said in the last video, it's a way of passing away a bit of time while you're out on the bike when you're on boring roads or whatever. And you know, I don't think it'll ever be anything more than that than just a pastime when I'm out on the bike to have a little bit of fun with. But as far as content is concerned, I suppose, as I tried to do in the first episode, I want to start using the drone and the photography camera a little bit more and putting some of that stuff in here too. I'm primarily a photographer, so I want to be able to not so much show off that, but put something I'm at least some way good at to good use, you know. And I bought the drone a good while ago now, and I've used it a couple of times, don't get me wrong, but I haven't used it nearly as much as I'd like to, or I really should be, with the amount of money I spent on it, you know. So be expecting a lot more of that in the future. I suppose apart from that, then really the couple of other main things I want to start doing is going on longer spins, just to show other parts of the county and the country as a whole, I suppose, that maybe a lot of people haven't seen before, and shed the spotlight on them a little bit and show off what we have to offer in this country. And then I'd like to do some vlogs with some of the other lads. As I said in the first video, if I can make it to the motor vlogger meetup, like, it'll definitely be I'll definitely be recording at that and recording all the crap that goes along with it, you know. And then apart from that, I want to meet up with other people, you know, like the lads that are going to be going to the Irish Motor Vlogger meetup. I'll definitely be recording at that if I can make it to it, and documenting the crack that goes on at that. So you can hopefully be expecting some group vlogs or dual vlogs or whatever you want to call them as well in the future. And apart from that, I just want to have the crack, you know. It's fun to record these things, and it's fun to edit them, as far as I'm concerned anyway, as frustrating as it can be at times. So just as something to do rather than sitting at home watching other people on YouTube. Why not be out there creating for yourself? Right, so lads, as I'm coming back into the town here, I'm going to kind of wrap it up. As much as I love every one of you that are possibly going to watch this video, I don't want you seeing me house. So I'm going to leave it at that, and hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And I at least feel like after spending the half an hour, 40 minutes recording, that there's a bit more of a structure to this one. So hopefully it'll translate that a little bit better into the video that you lads are watching. Anyway lads, until the next one in the very near future, this is Viking Vlogs. Good luck.